GTA modders have been cooking some wild stuff lately. Visuals pushed way beyond what Rockstar ever gave us, new gameplay systems, and even mods that rewrite how the game's engine behaves. Some of these updates dropped quietly, others you probably haven't even heard of yet, so let's get straight into it. Chromatics just dropped version 0.5, and yeah, it's a massive visual jump. The biggest thing you'll notice right away is the new volumetric cloud system, fully dynamic and reacts to lighting properly. They're also the first to bring volumetric clouds to the enhanced version of the game, which is a big deal considering no other mod pulled it off till now. The clouds are fully customizable too. You can tweak them through an in-game menu that opens with the F7 key. The whole time cycle got reworked too. Fog, sky colors, lighting, everything feels more natural now, especially around dawn and dusk. Horizons don't have that flat, washed out look anymore. They've actually got depth to them. They also added new raindrops, and it might sound like a minor thing, but once you see them in motion, you won't want to play without them anymore. It just fits, especially when cruising around during a storm or walking through the city at rainy night. I've played with it for a few hours, and the game really does look better than ever. If you've been using the old version or haven't tried it at all yet, this is the one to check out. I'll keep an eye on what the team does next, but honestly, version 0.5 already makes a strong case for being your go-to visual mod. And while we're on the graphics topic, the new enhanced update Rockstar rolled out recently brings high-quality ray-traced reflections, and the difference is immediate. The reflections aren't all noisy and blurry anymore once you enable the high-quality setting. That's something that's been bugging me ever since the enhanced version dropped, especially on cars and glass surfaces. Now it finally looks clean, sharp, and actually usable without looking like a shimmering mess. They also officially added RTGI second bounce to the settings, and that's also a big deal. Normally, global illumination gives you one bounce. Light hits a surface, grabs its color, and lights up nearby spots with that reflected tone. But with second bounce turned on, that reflected light keeps going, bouncing again and spreading even more soft, indirect lighting into the scene. Interiors, shadows, corners, everything just looks more realistic now. And getting back to mods, Chromatics also added compatibility with the add-on car pack made by Central, previously known as Krogan, which includes 11 real-life cars you can spawn using Simple Trainer. It's not the full real-life traffic overhaul that some of us were hoping for, but they explained that kind of system still isn't possible on the enhanced version because proper memory limit adjusters haven't been ported yet. So for now, it's limited to manually spawned vehicles, but at least it works smoothly. We've got 11 cars added so far, and the selection is pretty solid. Supercars like the Bugatti Veyron and Lamborghini Aventador are in, but there's also more grounded stuff like the BMW 7 Series and Mercedes-Benz C-Class. And if you're into unique picks, there's also the BMW M3 GTR from Need for Speed Most Wanted, and the wild Lamborghini Terzo Millennio concept. The pack works on plain vanilla GTA 5 Enhanced, but also plays nice with Natural Vision Enhanced if you're running that. Hopefully future updates will expand the list because this feels like just the beginning. Moving on, the IV Real team also dropped an alpha version of their mod for Enhanced, and right now it includes basic graphic improvements, new vegetation, and updated road textures. Compared to the legacy version of IV Real, which added full-on real-world locations and overhauled architecture, this one is way more stripped down. But again, they've made it clear that it's because of the enhanced version's engine limits, so don't expect full real-life buildings across the map yet. It's more of a groundwork release to prove it runs, and to start building from there. And while we're still on the enhanced side of things, there's also Sunshine Dream by FV Mods. It's a total conversion map that brings over the full Miami map from Driver 3 into GTA 5. And not gonna lie, with the latest lighting upgrades in the enhanced version and a good graphics mod like Chromatics or Natural Vision, this thing actually starts to feel like GTA 5.5. It's the closest we've been to GTA 6 so far. Now, if you're still on the legacy version, the mod is free to download, but for enhanced, it's a paid release, and the author made it clear that this version doesn't include everything from the legacy build. Just like with the other mods, there are still engine limitations that make it hard to bring everything over one-to-one. But still, if you're just looking for a new place to explore or shoot some cinematic scenes with that Miami look, this one's a solid pick. And while we're talking about total conversion maps, it's also worth mentioning what happened with Project Vice by Dark Space. He'd been working on it for months, trying to recreate the Vice City layout seen in the GTA 6 trailers, using references from the Community Mapping Project. It was all made for GTA 5, and he eventually released a version along with a showcase video back in March. But right after that, Take-Two stepped in and hit his channel with a copyright strike, not just taking the mod down, but removing the video entirely. According to him, they never contacted him beforehand, just pulled the content straight off YouTube. Later they removed the strike, but only on the condition that he stops working on the map and keeps any video footage offline. So yeah, that project's done, which honestly puts FV Mod's decision in a different light. Instead of recreating anything Rockstar made, he used the Miami map from Driver 3 as the base for Sunshine Dream, so he's not stepping on Rockstar's toes. He's basically safe from Take-Two, though let's just hope Ubisoft doesn't suddenly decide to wake up and throw a fit too. And Lively World Expansion dropped a huge update too. Just check it out. They added a bunch of new trees and bush models, improved grass and vegetation density in sandy shores, and replaced the old palm trees with more detailed ones that fit better. They also introduced a new oak tree model and made some changes around grapeseed and other areas to keep things consistent. On top of that, they fixed a lot of stuff. Collision issues, trees blocking missions like Cletus or Lamar Down, the ficus bug, and even some performance problems caused by LODs. And I'm completely aware that not all of you switched onto the enhanced version of the game, so it's also worth checking out what's going on with the legacy modding scene, and honestly, it's looking great. Quant is still rolling out updates consistently, pretty much every month, and the latest one is no exception. This time he improved how vehicle metallic paint reacts to sunlight. Reflections now look way more natural, especially when the sun hits at different angles. He also introduced a new lens flare system called Lightstreak version 2, which is directly inspired by the second GTA 6 trailer, and on top of that, the 6 lens flare, the one based on the first trailer, got updated too. He didn't stop there either, because the God Rays effect got upgraded as well. It's higher quality now, with more detail and proper volumetric behavior. Not gonna lie, that's a solid update, and it's good to see Quant sticking with it. He's been keeping this mod alive with fresh monthly updates. He did seem to be experimenting with enhanced for a while, even dropped preview builds back in March and April, but it looks like he's fully shifted his focus back to the legacy version for now. And if you're a fan of LSPDFR or just want to try refresh your gameplay with a unique camera mod, Rustlin recently updated the Viewpoint 5 mod, and it looks amazing in action. First off, the gunplay system has been fully rewritten. Normally in GTA 5, bullets just shoot straight from the middle of the screen, no matter where the gun is actually pointing. That's gone now. Bullets come straight from the muzzle, which means aiming finally feels legit. Reloading also works differently. In the default game, you can't shoot until you finish reloading. With Viewpoint 5, you can fire mid-reload, so yeah, accidents can happen if someone's standing too close, but that's the point. It's more unpredictable and real. ADS is now fully in. You can aim down sights properly, and you can shift the gun position on the fly using Z and scroll. Even how fast the weapon moves is adjustable. You can tweak weapon movement, screen shake, head bobbing, everything. Sprinting's been adjusted too, inspired by Squad. It feels heavier now with acceleration and deceleration that actually makes sense. Ragdoll camera when you fall or get bumped has been fixed, so it's not janky anymore. Ducking behind cover looks cleaner now as well. Fewer weird clipping issues, especially in first person. One of the most standout parts of the update is the camera system. There's a full set of new camera angles: shoulder cam, head cam, chest cam, dash cam, first person, cinematic third person, all fully customizable. Want a body cam effect with logos like Axon or Motorola? You got it. Don't want any overlay? Turn it off. You can change the FOV, reticle size, even move the logos and text around. The dash cam is especially great, works per vehicle, and you can move it or change FOV however you want. There's also a chase cam and a cinematic chase cam for vehicles, and even special event cams when entering cars or riding motorcycles. There's a whole lot more, and overall this update is just packed. So if you're into realism or cinematic style gameplay, especially if you mess with LSPDFR, this is one of those must-have mods. But it's not just GTA 5. We've got the first proper dynamic vehicle deformation mod for San Andreas, Vehicle Deform 1.0. It's crazy because it literally modifies the vehicle's model on the fly. You crash into something and the car bends where it should. The dents are different every time because each vehicle gets its own geometry buffer. It's a massive shift from the vanilla game, which just used pre-made damage models, so no matter how or where you hit something, the result always looked the same. There's a configuration file where you can mess with the damage damage multipliers and how rigid the cars are. The deformation strength also scales with the car's weight, so lighter vehicles get crumpled more than heavier ones. It works with almost any vehicle, including modded ones, as long as the model has the right bones. Bikes, planes, and helicopters are supported too, though you can turn those off if needed. It's still pretty early, and there are random crashes, lag spikes, and it's not safe to use during missions. That's straight from the creator, but it's definitely a mod worth keeping an eye on. It's doing something that's never been done in San Andreas before. Now, if you're more into big maps and open-ended exploration, there's Project Eagle, a massive total conversion mod. It merges Liberty City, Vice City, Los Santos, and other classic Rockstar locations into one seamless map, and on top of that, adds over 10 original cities inspired by real places across the US. We're talking stuff like Washington, D.C., Chicago, Dallas, San Diego, each with its own weather, pedestrian types, vehicle sets, and even police and gang behavior depending on where you are. There's a working train system, functional airports for long-distance travel, and a proper road network connecting everything, so you're not just teleporting between cities, you're actually driving or flying across a full-scale map. It's packed with detail too. You've got over 400 custom vehicles, over 1,800 pedestrians pulled from across GTA, Manhunt, and Bully, region-specific radio stations, fully enterable interiors, and even unique stores depending on the city. Gang turf wars, trucking jobs, bounty hunting, and business ownership are all part of the gameplay plans. Some features are still work in progress, but what's already in the alpha build is way beyond what most total conversion mods offer. Definitely one of the most ambitious projects the San Andreas community has seen in years.